time last night. Today, as you can see from the title, looking at Duocon Battletrap. Rather than do it the way they originally did it, where they just like, hey, here's two vehicles, you put them together, and there's your guy. They gave us two individual characters. So we have Roadtrap and we have Battleslash. Do size comparisons first. We'll start off on Roadtrap here. Show him with Jazz. You know, about average Legends size. Now, I want to preface this by saying any and all complaints on the individual guys can easily be excused by the fact that they're Legends figures that combine. It's not an easy bit of engineering to get done in this level of, or this size class. So, I just want to say that. Now, Roadtrap here is actually pretty cool. He's a pretty cool little buggy. I will say this, getting him into his modes is very fiddly, but that's because of how he transforms. I mean, these become his feet, this becomes his chest, and you know, he has to become basically a pair of pants. So he's got his issues, but they, like I said, they can pretty much all just be explained by the fact, like, dude, how are you going to do it? How are you going to be able to turn into a robot, a car, and a pair of legs? So I appreciate what they were doing, because it was either that or they were going to have to sell this as a deluxe of two vehicles that combine. Could have done that, actually. That would have been pretty cool. But I appreciate what they did. Take a quick look at Battleslash here with Jazz as well. You know, pretty good. So we're going to get right into transformation with him, just because it's pretty simple, and there's really not a whole lot to look at. There is a way that you can stick a Prime Master on him, but it's kind of silly, and I just didn't remember to bring a Prime Master with me today, so I can't show that off. Basically, the little tab on the back of their feet tabs in right here, and he looks really awkward. So to transform him into robot mode, it's actually pretty simple. You come around here, and these struts right here that the wheels are on actually peg into his robot mode hands. So you want to kind of pull them out of the way. They don't really, I mean, you can pull them all the way down like this if you want, but you don't have to. And unpeg his arms. They peg in here, here, and this piece right here sits up in here. I hope that's coming off well on my camera. And you bring his arms around on these struts right here, and there's a tiny tab right here that tabs into this bit right here. Not super secure, but it does. So you do that on both sides. Then you come around here, you grab this piece, which, you know, give you one guess as to what that'll be. Come up here, spin his head around, and that's his robot mode. Not really. I was being funny. I made a joke. So you then take his chest pieces here. They're on a double armature back here. So you bring them up like that, and you peg them both into place. You can do it individually, or you can do it as one piece. It all depends on how you want to do it. And just try and keep it... Mine doesn't tab together overly well, but I'll get back to that in a minute. So then, come down here, and you use the little side view mirrors on the cab here, and you unpeg these, and you flip his feet down like this, flip those back up in for his feet, and then just unpeg his feet from each other, and there we have Roadtrap. And he is a perfectly good little Legends guy. Good posability, you know, ball jointed shoulder, ball jointed elbow, ball jointed hip, and ball jointed knee. So, you know, he's got all the good posability. I mean, he's, you know, he's basically a shell with legs, but all in all, I kind of like him. Hope his, here, maybe this will work. Yeah, that's giving a good shot of his face. So, yeah, that is basically all there is to him. I mean, he's not perfect by any means. I mean, he's definitely no Beachcomber. No, he's definitely not Brawn. But he's still good. He's still a perfectly good figure. So, I'm going to put him off to the side. And we're going to take a look at Battleslash. Now, between the two of them, he is probably the weaker. He's probably the weaker of the two. But I will say this. Any complaints you have against his helicopter mode, well, he's a Cybertronian helicopter. So, what you got? That's it. I mean, pretty much my only major complaint about him is just the port in the front being open, but you know, it's a It's a laser cannon. He's got a front-mounted laser cannon. There you go. Imagination. Use it. Rotor doesn't spin overly well. It's just because of, I think it might, once again, just be mine. It doesn't spin super freely. But whatever, it's really no big deal. Now, to get him into robot mode, it's actually a bit more complicated. So you want to start by taking his laser cannon nose, fold it up like that. Then, here comes the fun part. Come to the back here, and untab the two halves of his butt. Come on. There we go. Untab the two halves of his butt, and fold him down like that. Then you come over here, and you'll probably have already unpegged his legs by then. Now, this part right here pegs into the tail. So you unpeg that, like so. And you come up here, and you unpeg these parts. These will become his robot mode arms. Now, once you do that, you kind of have to roll them up out of the way. It's a little bit difficult with him, so you can flip this piece up and unlock them, because these pieces right here tab into these. So, once you do that, you fold that back down. Now, once you have his arms like this, you just flip him upside down like that, or, you know, well, when you have like, do that. And then these two pieces come down here on these armatures, and tab into place like that, spin his legs like that. Now, from there, you come up here and you untab this part right here. You flip his headpiece around and it will tab in, right, this tab right here will go into the back of this. So, once you do that, hopefully you'll have his arms sitting out of the way enough that you can roll. See, his shoulders are on ball joints right here, and they're on these swivel hinges right here, so you flip these around like that, just like that, on both sides, and then you bring them back to their original position, and then they'll tab back into place on these. So to do that, it's just a matter of getting everything tabbed in just right, and then you just bring his arms down straight, and his shoulders are on weird ball joints because they're facing forward, so he has forward motion like this and forward motion like, or side motion like this. So yeah, there's Battleslash. And he's a good little copter form. I mean, working a helicopter into a size class like this is actually pretty impressive, I gotta say. You can totally just, his rotor spins great like this. Now, if you want, you can undo, because it's just got that little clip in there. You can take his rotor off, and if you really force it, you can jam it into his hands, and he can use it as a weapon that way. You can do the same thing as Battletrap. You can do the same thing. So, once again, posability is pretty basic. I mean, head is on a limited, not really a limited swivel. It's just not, it's not overly loose. Ball joints on the shoulders in a very weird way. Ball jointed elbows, ball jointed hips, and ball jointed knees. So, you know, he's got all kinds of good posability for a figure of this size. So, there we have the two Duocon boys together. They're actually a pretty cool set, honestly. Just as individual figures, they're a pretty cool set. I do like them. Now, for the main event. Okay, we're going to start on him because his is a bit more complicated. He just turns into a pair of legs. Okay, so to do Battletrap, what we do is we fold this piece back down, fold this head in, fold it back up. You fold these bits right here with his arms around to the back like that. Oh, sorry, screwed that up. To the back like that. Bugger. Stop being such a pain. Give me a second. I gotta fuss with him for a second. Okay. I had it right the first time, sorry about that. So you keep it around on this armature. Now this is the official transformation. I'm going to also show you my personal preference for this transformation. So once you do that, you set him up like that. Bring his arms up, like so. So they're straight up in the air. Now make sure that these parts right here, the bottoms of his robot mode arms, are facing each other. Sorry, I'm kind of sick. Okay, so once you do that, I'm screwing this up. I apologize. The official transformation doesn't really work because you're supposed to keep them up like this. You're supposed to fold them in like that, so they tab into place and lock the blade down like this. That's the official transformation. I don't like that because I like the rotor being full, but I'm going to show you the official transformation. So then you bring his leg bits up on these double armatures, and they're on a hinge right here. So they fold down into place and they plug in right there, just like that. So just like that, and then fold down, peg into place. Then fold the connector port back down, flip this bit down, flip his Battletrap head up, and there's that. That is the official transformation. Now, the way I prefer to do it is actually to fold his arms out like that on these exterior armatures and put his arms back into place like they were in helicopter mode. Like that. Because that'll keep it so he has his, give me a second. That will make it so he still has the helicopter blade back, which I personally like the look of better. However, it also has his armatures sticking out like crazy like that. So that is my preferred method. But for the sake of doing it the official route, just, you know, so you guys know what the instructions say, we'll transform him with the actual, you know, official transformation. So let me just give me a second to get him back into place like that. Might help if I flip his arm around, and then this is probably going to look really bad on the video, but you know what, if it bothers you that much, then give me a thumbs down and we'll leave it at that. There we go. So, official transformation, like that. Arms, like that. Then, come back to Roadtrap. And you unpeg what will be his crotch piece from there. You rock his chest pieces back down like you're going back into vehicle mode. You grab his arms, spin them back around, and peg them once again back into place like you're going into vehicle mode. Just like that. And then drop it on the floor because you lost your grip and you just made yourself look like a fool. And boom, we're in pants mode. So then you take Roadtrap's head, jam it in here, and boom. Oh, that's probably not in camera. Here we have Battletrap. And he is absolutely awesome, actually. Posability is a little limited. The waist joint is going to be hindered because of the rotor blade down there. Head's on a swivel. Shoulders and knee and elbows are the hip and knee joints for Battleslash. So, you know, you have the two ball joints there. You have a limited ball joint here just because of the overall transformation, and you have the hinge joint for his ankle. So you actually have pretty much all the posability you want. Sorry. Here, try and get a good shot of his face. Hope that's coming off well. We're going to do a quick jump cut here. Boom. And we're back. Whoa. We hit camera. Now, I'm only going to do the one size comparison again, and that is with Jazz. So, you know, he's roughly the size of a deluxe. He's a little bit smaller. And he's pretty much got all the posability you're going to get from a deluxe too. So you're basically getting a deluxe out of two Legends figures. And it's a combiner, so plus it's a Duocon and a great G1 callback. You kind of have to love it. Now, I will say this. This is the only issue that I have with this set. And that is, a deluxe figure is running between $15 and $17 depending on where you're getting it. These guys are running between $9 and $10, $11 depending on where you're getting it. So getting this set is going to cost you more than getting a deluxe. Just something to think about. That's something you're going to have to decide for yourself whether or not it's okay. So, personally, I think it's completely fine. I actually don't mind it at all. I mean, it's two Legends class figures that are great on their own, and they combine. So I'm not going to complain about it. I just want everybody to be aware that it's going to cost you a little bit more than the deluxe. So, yeah. I think that's all there is to say. I don't think I've got any other points I wanted to make, other than the fact that he is definitely worth your money. So, that has been the Power of the Primes Legends class Roadtrap and Battleslash making... Wait. Yeah, Roadtrap, Battleslash, and Battletrap. I want to make sure I was getting all their names right. And I am the Smithy, asking you if you feel like it to like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel the need. Twitter is in the link down below, and I will catch you next time. Quick edit. I wanted to show this. So before you put his arms together, if you pop his rotor blade off, like I said, it's gonna take a bit of force. So only do this if you're comfortable doing it. If you're comfortable applying a bit of force, but he can totally wield his rotor blade as a sword if you want. Something you can do. Don't think it was designed that way, but you can do it. So just wanted to show that off real quick. You know, all the stuff I said before. Once again, Smithy, like, comment, subscribe, share, Battletrap. Have a good one.